Good morning. I'm planning to buy a car for personal use and I'm looking for a Sharia compliant car financing option.
Good morning, Miss. CiMB Islamic offer car financing I, which is structured based on the Ijarah Tuma Al-Bai ITAP concept. It is Sharia compliant, come with fixed monthly installment, flexible financing periods, and include takaful protection.
Could you briefly explain how ITAP works?
Under ITAP, the bank purchases the car from the dealer and then leases it to the customer. After all installments are fully paid, ownership of the car is transferred to the customer.
That sounds suitable, especially since it is Sharia compliant and free from interest.
Alright, Miss. Allow me to explain the ITAP process and what customers need to know before proceeding with this financing.
In this video, I will explain CiMB Car Financing I, which is a Sharia compliant car financing product based on the Ijarah Tuma Al-Bai concept. First, this car financing is Sharia compliant because it uses the Ijarah Tuma Al-Bai concept. It is a lease-to-own financing, not a conventional interest-based loan. Secondly, clients are given the option to take takaful coverage. The bank offers Sharia compliance takaful to protect the car throughout the financing period. Next, financing period is flexible, usually ranging from 5 to 9 years. Clients can choose the installment period based on their financial capability. In addition, the monthly installments are fixed. Fixed monthly payment help clients plan their finance more effectively without unexpected changes. This product is also suitable for personal use. It can be used to finance both new and used car. Overall, the process involves the bank purchasing the car from the dealer, leasing it to the client, and transferring ownership only after all payments have been fully settled. So, how does the hire purchase process work? First, the client selects a car and submits a financing request to the bank. Next, the bank purchases the car from the dealer. Then, the bank leases the car to the client and the client pays fixed monthly installment. Finally, after the last payment is made, ownership of the car is transferred to the client.
For your information, there are few regulations used in CiMB Financing I. The first one is Islamic Financial Service Act 2030, IFSA 2030. IFSA 2030 is the main law governing in Islamic banking in Malaysia and ensure that CiMB Car Financing I operates in a safe and Sharia compliant manner. The second one is Bank Negara Malaysia Sharia Standard and Policy Document, or we can call it as Ijarah and Bai. This standard guides the structure of ITAP to ensure transparency and compliance with Islamic principles to avoiding riba and uncertainty. And the third one is Sharia Advisory Council SAC Resolution. SAC Resolution provides authoritative Sharia guidance to ensure the product complies with national Islamic finance rulings. Next one is the Hire Purchase Act 1967, HPA. HPA protect consumer by regulating hire purchase contract, including disclosure of installment and ownership right. Then, the Bank Negara Guideline Responsible Financing. This guideline ensure bank assess customer affordability and prevent excessive financial burden. And the last one is Bank Negara Malaysia Transparency and Disclosure Guideline. This guideline requires clear disclosure of terms, costs, and obligations so customers fully understand the financing.
Now, let's look at the strengths of this financing. First, it is Sharia compliant, which means there is no interest or riba involved. The financing follows Sharia principle and avoid interest-based charges. Second, ownership of the car is transferred after all installments are paid. Once the client completes the payment, they become the full owner of the car. Third, the installments are fixed, which make budgeting easier. You pay the same amount every month. There are no sudden changes in payment, so it is easier to plan your monthly budget. Next, the contract is clear and transparent. It is easy to understand and clients know what they are paying for from the beginning. There are no hidden charges or confusing terms. Lastly, the bank provides Sharia-compliant takaful or insurance. This protects the car throughout the financing period and gives peace of mind to the client. Next, let's look at the weaknesses of this financing. First, the bank still owns the car during the financing period. Because of this, the client must take good care of the car and follow the leasing terms until all payments are completed. Second, the monthly installment may sometimes be slightly higher compared to conventional loans. This is because the financing is Sharia compliant and follows a lease-to-own structure. Lastly, there are penalties or action if payments are missed. If the client fails to make payment, the bank may impose penalty or take recovery action.
Recommendation is improve transparency in ITAP documentation. CiMB should further simplify and clarifying ITAP contract so customer clearly understand the leasing term, payment structure, and ownership transfer. The second one is enhance customer awareness on Islamic financing. More education and explanation should be provided to customer so they understand how ITAP works and how it differs from conventional car loan. Third, strengthen Sharia compliant monitoring. Continuous monitoring and reviews should be carried out to ensure the product remains fully compliant with Bank Negara Malaysia Sharia standards. The fourth is offer more flexible financing features. CiMB may introduce more flexible repayment option to better suit customer financial capabilities. And the last one is regular product review and improvement. Periodic review should be conducted to improve product feature while maintaining Sharia compliance and customer protection. In conclusion, CiMB Car Financing I, which is structured under the Ijarah Tumma Al-Bay ITAP concept, provide a Sharia-compliant alternative to conventional hire purchase by following the Bank Negara Malaysia Sharia standard on Ijarah and the Sharia governance. The product ensures transparency, proper ownership transfer, and ethical financing practice. Overall, ITAP strengthens customer confidence by offering a financing structure that avoids riba and adheres to recognized Sharia principles.